Hi, welcome to my Pick a Card channel at the Tarot Cottage. My name is Amy. I'm here with a Pick a Card reading for you. And today's Pick a Card topic is all about the person on your mind and what can you expect from their actions the next time the two of you are alone together. So no matter what the scenario, no matter what your communication or your connection is like, what can you expect in their actions? What can you expect to happen the next time the two of you are alone? We do have 3 piles to choose from today. Pile number 1 with the Queen of Wands. Pile number 2 with the 6 of Pentacles, and pile number 3 with the Knight of Swords. So this is coming from the Housewives Tarot. So whichever pile or piles are calling out to you, there could be messages waiting. Of course, my timestamps are listed below. I want to welcome back my beautiful returning subscribers as always. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for your beautiful comments. Be sure to keep dropping them below for your chance to win a free reading. If you're new to the channel, I do offer a chance to win a free reading occasionally. All you have to do is drop your comments below, be subscribed to the channel, and hit your notification bell so that I can notify you in the comments section as a response to your question that you have been chosen, and I give you clear directions on how to reach out to me. So pile 1, pile 2, pile number 3. Again, today's topic is all about what can you expect in their behavior, in their actions the next time the two of you are alone. I'm going to jump into pile number 1. Hi, pile 1. You are drawn to the Queen of Wands, and this is your reading. What can you expect the next time the two of you are alone? The person on your mind, what can you expect to happen? Now, this Queen of Wands, first of all, she doesn't like to be kept waiting. So there is a feeling about her maybe making a plan or trying to help along the situation. You might try to orchestrate an opportunity, perhaps for the two of you to be alone, because maybe you're waiting for them to do it and there is like a sense of hesitation and you're really frustrated. She's like taking a seat here. It's like, okay, next, what's going to happen next? So let's see how this corresponds in your reading. For pile number 1, please, what to expect the next time you are alone or they get you alone. We have the Page of Cups coming out reversed. We have the 6 of Cups. There's the Queen of Wands. You could be a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. You don't have to be, of course. We have the Knight of Swords, the 3 of Coins, and the 6 of Swords. We have the Page of Coins. Back of the deck, we do have the 10 of Coins. We also have the 3 of Swords showing itself. There's the Chariot. Now, in the Chariot here, it's this person is pulling this boat, or I'm sorry, these muskies are pulling this boat, and the muskie it's a fighting fish. Sometimes it takes a long time to get that boat into, or I'm sorry, get that fish into the boat because you have to tire it out. So there is a reference to that here because there's a sense of like a banter, a back and forth attraction that maybe we've been wrestling with for a really long time. Maybe we have been skirting around the truth of how we feel in this connection, and it's created like disappointment. And I can't deny that, you know, tarot shows us a snippet of the main event, of the immediate energy, and it shows us potential of where the momentum is carrying us. But there is an open sort of opportunity, open doorways to create more momentum, to help to promote growth, so to speak. But Spirit's going to show you or talk to you today about what you can expect if no actions are taken at all from either party. Because the truth is that the next time they get you alone, it feels like there's conversation. It feels like it's friendly, but it doesn't meet your expectations. It doesn't they don't take a profound action towards being honest or truthful about how they're feeling about you. I think that they might try to tell you a joke, or there's like something that tries to break the ice, or there's something in the communication where someone tries to break the ice, and it could come in the form of a joke. But I feel like the two of you are very much wearing really heavy masks in this opportunity. And this Queen of Wands, it's almost like she's like waiting for someone to do something or waiting for something to happen. And the 6s are here, the 6 of Cups, the 6 of Swords. And it's not that there isn't mutual desire perhaps with the 6 of Cups, because it does definitely show a genuine connection. Somebody that you feel very friendly with, somebody that you wish that you could explore a little bit more with. But with a collaboration, sometimes the other person needs a little helping hand. It's like sometimes they need a little boost towards clarity. And they can't deny that if you leave it to this person to be in charge of that moment or that opportunity, you may find that they are emotionally ill-equipped. We have the Page of Cups coming in the reverse position. Somebody who's almost dependent upon you in that moment to create any type of change. So you may feel challenged or disappointed by their actions or their lack of action. And again, not that there won't be chitter chatter, not that there won't be communication. I feel like, again, there's some jokes that are being thrown around, but I also feel like two people are wearing heavy masks and the clarity isn't there. It's like we're defending ourselves against the clarity. And there is a feeling of like, even if you're trying to keep the conversation going, even if you try to keep the banter or try to communicate, maybe you're the one that breaks the ice with the joke, it's hard to maintain it for them, or it's hard to pull them into it. Here's the 10 of coins. Here is the King of Wands. So two people that are, again, very matched and mutual in their attraction to each other, but also perhaps two people that are both too focused on how secure they feel and how confident they feel within their own position. It's like we can be loyal to the opportunity, or we can be loyal to our safety net, and this person may be loyal to their safety net. Here's the Nine of Pentacles. Now, I will say this, the impression that they have of you in that moment is very high. They tend to put you up on a pedestal when it comes to like your brains, your looks, everything about you. You're kind of out of their league, or maybe that's what they tell themselves. This could also be a work realm situation where the two of you are finding yourselves alone at work, or... And Spirit says it's almost like you have a plan up your sleeve. Like there are things that you can do to help establish, like to help things along, to help clarify how you feel in that moment. Even if they don't take advantage of the opportunity, you can, because they're showing that scene from Little Mermaid where Ursula says, you've got your looks and your pretty face, so don't ever underestimate the power of body language. There's my light going out, but don't take that as a symbol. That was getting a little bit low. Here's the Queen of Swords. Back of the deck is the Two of Swords, and there is the Seven of Swords. I just really feel like it's nerves that gets the better of both people in this situation here too. And of course, because this is a projection of the future, we're not talking to perhaps to this King of Wands right now. We're talking to the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Swords. So it's not your responsibility to help promote growth in that moment, but you may feel like you have to take on the challenge, because it offers an opportunity, and there's no time like the present, Spirit just said, or no time like the opportunity that is given to work upon our own fears of insecurity, or our own root chakra issues, because they're saying that, again, two people trying to keep themselves secure versus being open and honest, or even just being, like, I feel like there's so many nerves. And it could even be that this person is like ill-equipped to deal with this type of attraction, or maybe they've never, like, I feel like they could be inexperienced, and maybe not even just inexperienced and loved, but inexperienced in a situation or an attraction like this. It's like, I feel like, and just using parameters that are very black and white right now, but I feel like maybe they're used to dealing with emotionally immature people, and you are full grown. You are an adult. Like you're a full-grown man, you're a full-grown woman, whatever you are. So there's just a feeling sense of being intimidated almost by you, by the situation, and feeling overwhelmed by the situation, which creates their lack of honesty. And truly, it's a reflection of themselves trying to maintain their own, again, their own safety, their own security, because they're worried about sticking their foot in their mouth, or they're worried about saying the wrong thing, or taking the wrong step, or misreading the situation in the wrong way. So again, communication will be here, but you may even be the one that brings forward most of the communication, or you may be the one that keeps that communication going. Yeah, we have here, never jam today. It says here, promises that never come to be, empty words, living in the now. They're speaking here about like having our cake and eat it too. It's like we perhaps have this idea of how we want that next meeting to go, but maybe we want to be able to be the one to take the passive approach because we feel like that's our right. But Spirit says if we take a passive approach, we may not get what we're looking for out of that situation. We have here, we're all a little mad here. Everyone is a little bit different. So each one of you are carrying some sort of insecurity, of course. And sometimes they're also relating to how sometimes we react in kind. So we project things out at each other, and sometimes I'll catch that projection, and then I'll act exactly the same as you just treated me. So that could also be something that turns that you feel. It's like if you are being more direct, perhaps they'll be more direct. If you start joking around, then they will perhaps be more open to jokes and things of that nature. Just I'll keep your temper. It says it's always tea time, eternity, endless moments, and repetition. And I feel like it could frustrate you. That's why the Queen of Wands is looking at us like, okay, it's your turn to talk now. Okay, it's your turn to tell a joke now. They're encouraging you to keep your composure, that your strength is in that composure. We have managed to be glad, create your own happiness regardless of conditions, because even though it feels like a struggle in that moment, even though we perhaps don't feel justified completely on the other end of it, it's only temporary. Spirit says that there still could be way more opportunities to come for the two of you to be alone, to be honest with each other. Let's take a look at what sort of thoughts will be going through their mind. What thoughts will be going through the mind, the person on pile 1's mind? I'm not hiding the connection for the wrong reasons. It's like I'm hiding my feelings, maybe because they're feeling insecure. I have gratitude for you. It's like they have gratitude for you in the moment when you are the one breaking the ice, or when you are the one making it less awkward, with the two of you being alone in this scenario. It feels like you'll be outside during this event or opportunity. It says here, the thought of explaining myself and apologizing scares me. I don't want to see pain that I've caused in your eyes. They may be afraid of saying what they want to say. It says because they do think about you, and when they do, they think about you in their future. So ultimately, they're afraid to say that in the moment, so they may hold back. Yeah, I do think about you. When I do, I think about the future, and when I do, I think about you in it. I'm going to take action, but I'm planning an approach. So this is where Spirit's trying to let you in on their inner workings, their inner dialogue. Even if they're not saying what they really want to say, this is what's happening inside of themselves. I don't know how to express my love, so I do keep it inside. And they may keep the truth, the true clarity inside as well. This could just present an opportunity for you to be able to share your truth, even just through your actions or just through the interest that you show in the conversation. It says here, I've been thinking about proposing to you, but I've been feeling your presence around me. Let's get two more. Whoops. It says, I am actually situating this karmic situation. So it's like they're taking the blame. They're taking the lion's share of the blame here as to why they are hesitating, or why we may not feel like there's a lot of progress unless we bring it forward. It says, I pray about us, so we may have to telepathically communicate in a truthful sense the next time that we are alone together. Even though Spirit is saying that there will be communication, true blue conversations that will be happening at that time as well. Let's get a charm bowl, please, for pile number 1. What thought will they walk away with the last time, or the next time they get pile 1 alone? What feeling will they walk away with? There's the Queen of Wands. There's the 9 of Cups reversed. And the Devil. It's almost like they walk away with this feeling of wishing they had more time. And again, they walk away with a feeling of intimidation, feeling like they wish that they had more time with this Devil. There could be some physical and sexual desires that come through as well. And feeling kind of insecure about if they stuck their foot in their mouth, or kind of going over what they said to you, kind of torturing themselves with that. Wishing that they had said more, or wishing that they didn't leave so much to you to say, being kind of obsessive and worrying about what they say. We have the Capricorn with the chain We have weakness is a choice with the letter G and the apple of temptation. We also have here the dawn ruin next to the lightning bolt. And so they're talking about tower moments. They're talking about things coming down. They could be worried about position. We have listening with your heart with the pink earring because they may not be able to give you true clarity vocally. We do have here the peace sign in a state of limbo as well. So not complete clarity as well. But I also feel like you're going to pick up on their nerves and you're going to pick up on the interest that they actually have. Here is the unicorn and the peace plume. It might be a rare opportunity that the two of you are alone. Like it might feel very different because you're never alone usually. All right, pile one, that's what I have for you today. I hope it resonates with you. Please drop your comment below for your chance to win a free reading. Even if you have to come back, I would love to hear your story. You can also check out my link for Etsy for a personal reading, and that link is below and gets updated daily. But I hope you come back here and visit me at the Tarot Cottage. I hope you have a beautiful day. Hello, pile number 2. You were drawn to the Six of Pentacles, and this is your reading. What can you expect the next time that you get alone or this person gets you alone? The person on your mind, what can you expect out of that exchange? Now, the Six of Pentacles can speak about a back and forth, an exchange that happens, so communication. You can see that there's this little devil boy sitting with a bunch of cookies, and then all of these ghosts in the background as well. They are speaking about masks, things that haunt us. There is almost a devilish quality perhaps to the communication that you could experience. So let's take a look. There could also be like a group event that is creating the opportunity for the two of you to talk alone or to be sort of alone as well. But you may not feel like you're completely isolated from other people. So let's take a look. What can you expect the next time they get you alone? What can you expect to happen, please? We have the Knight of Wands. We have the Four of Pentacles. We have the Queen of Pentacles. We have the Ten of Cups. We have the King of Pentacles. Page of Wands. Oh my goodness. So we also have the Nine of Cups, the Eight of Wands, the Six of Swords showing itself as well. Okay. Pile 2. First of all, I feel like you walk away from this exchange, and I keep calling it an exchange. You keep walking away from this moment feeling very clear about how each other feels. But it's sort of being presented as like really fiery communication. It's like lots of flirtation that comes in, lots of clarity. It's almost like the clarity, it's like a breaking point, or it moves us to a completely new level. Because it's like somebody who has been waiting to say this or waiting to get off their chest, and it's like they're given the green light by you in some way, or it's like there's just an openness between the two of you to create clarity, and it's through the communication that you have. And I can't deny that it could start out just really passionate like flirtation, passionate communication that comes in. And it's almost like we're disguising the communication so that it doesn't sound so bad if other people hear us, or it's like we're disguising it somehow. Because you leave them feeling more curious than ever, like they feel very passionate, very thirsty by the time this communication is over. There's a feeling about somebody taking on a cocky approach, a very bold approach. I feel like it's coming perhaps in from the divine masculine. And underneath this Eight of Wands, the Six of Swords, the communications could be very physical, or we could be speaking about physical things that we would like to do, or it sort of comes across as like a joke at first. But I keep hearing we're on thin ice. There's a breakthrough that is very, very possible. We're on thin ice. And all of this banter leads to like this knight wanting to take some type of action, but he doesn't know what the consequences will be. We have the Judgment. We have the Nine of Swords. And it's interesting because sometimes clarity can be a blessing and a curse, because if we go into this opportunity where we're alone not 100% knowing, but maybe thinking about it, maybe fantasizing about it, maybe not being sure about how each other feels. This moment eradicates all of that unknown for you, which is a blessing and a curse, because now it's like, now I'm overthinking about it. Now I'm worried about it. Now maybe I need to create, now maybe there are practical concerns that within my fantasy I didn't consider that I have to consider. It's like, what happens after this? There's like a lot of excitement, but nerves that come in too. I do feel like the divine masculine in this case really takes the stand. Like if they pick up that you are open to the banter, very physical banter, very flirtatious banter, they're going to run with it. It's like they're not waiting in that moment. They're going to run with it. They're going to take full advantage. I feel like the two of you would even really look good together as well. You're both like beautiful people. Or here's the Three of Swords coming out. Ooh, like it's a turn of events in your favor, but why is it so challenging for you? They are saying that this person presents like something very exciting, a potential that's very exciting. And I can't also deny that sometimes for some watching this reading, this could resonate with you being in a third-party situation or you not being available. That's why there's so many nerves for the divine feminine. The divine masculine seems less plagued by that. So even if that's their scenario, they're not as plagued by it in the moment as you are. So this third party, again, could belong to them, could belong to you. Then we have the Eight of Pentacles. There could be a work connection here. As I said, there could be like a work event, or there could be other people around in the vicinity as well when you find yourselves with this opportunity. But the environment could present challenges as well, moving forward. There's the Ten of Cups. Back of the deck, the Tower falls. There's the Ten of Swords. There's the Knight of Cups. And it almost feels like a complete admission. It's like this King of Pentacles takes it very seriously, and they use it the opportunity to like, it's like, I have to get it off my chest. I know it's going to change everything. I have to get it off of my chest. Now the Tower is here, which means that, again, there could be real reason to worry. The Tower talks about moments that change everything. They can't take it back. You won't be able to take it back. I also can't deny that there's thoughts about taking it further beyond that moment. So maybe even changing venues or taking it to another location. There is the potential for that. Spirit says you will make that decision based on how you feel in the moment. But something in this moment, in this offering that the divine masculine brings forward, changes everything and has the potential to have you starting to go down the rabbit hole of like, what do I need to do? What do I need to now navigate around? What do I need to adjust in my life if I want to include this person in it in the future? So I feel like the next time this person gets you alone, because they get really encouraged by you or encouraged by the banter, they express themselves. They bring in clarity, and it's kind of like they have this clarity and then they hand the ball to you and say, now what are you going to do with it? What are you going to do with this clarity? So it almost comes in like the form of a warning for you, pal, too. It's a positive thing because there's desire here. But the Six of Pentacles can also feel like there's a balance beam in place as well. Again, sometimes the Six of Pentacles talks about karmic exchanges, talks about karmic relationships, workplace balance, results or consequences that could haunt us if we give in to all the treats on that table, too, with this little devil. If you are rare and free, there are not many like you. This could be part of the admission or part of what they say to you, pal, too. It's like you've just set yourself apart. All the ways, it's like they're going to express all the ways in which they appreciate you, the things that they like about you. It's like your ego as well is going to be completely boosted in the moment. We have mortality. Life is brief, bright, and beautiful, and yours to live. And there's something sad about this card. It does speak about sort of carpe diem and seizing the day and seizing the opportunity, about how short life is and how we have to take advantage of opportunities. But it highlights mortality. It highlights endings. It highlights consequences and realities too. So we have investigate, look closely, ask questions, and think before acting. You can see that the giraffe in the back of the card is asking for foresight. She's taking a moment to lean upon the toadstool so she doesn't give in completely to the temptation, especially if she has a lot to lose. So you may have to take on the request of the judgment to really think about what needs to be shifted before we make impulsive actions or take impulsive actions because of what is clarified for us in that conversation. Let's take a look here at some message cards to see what sort of thoughts will be going through the person on your mind the next time they get you alone. It's like, I feel so flattered that you noticed me. And I feel like I've just heard flattery will get you everywhere because there's like a bunch of flattering comments. There's a bunch of flattering communication that comes in from both ends. It says here, I'm speechless without you. And I do feel like if they make an admission, they're going to be hoping for an admission in return. Now, of course, you don't have to jump through the hoops of their expectations, but Spirit does feel like you might admit to your own attraction as well. You may feel flattered about their acknowledgement. You have awoken something in me. Perhaps awoken commitment cycles, awoken a desire, awoken my fantasies and putting them into action. I haven't forgotten about what we shared, the dream catcher. And so a mutual attraction, a mutual desire. I'm still finding myself and healing my inner child. And they're highlighting not wanting to hurt people in response as well. So this could be referencing third party. This could be referencing for them or for you. Children, for instance. I still remember how you smell. It says, if I was yours, I would put a ring on it. And there could be like a reference to that. It's like, if I was your person, then I would never let that happen. Or if you were mine, this is how I would treat you. We have here, you make me rethink my entire existence, but deep down, I don't think I deserve you. But I see a future with you. 10 of Cups multiple times, pile 2, and I can't decide. That speaks back to unworthiness or perhaps having choices to make. Here, Black of Deck, look, we skated on thin ice, and I want to spoil you with gifts. But I always think of the Tower of Presence here. This person with their hand on their hip and hand on their head. It's like deciding what to do, having to wait to decide what to do, even though they think of you very, very much and they think highly of you. So again, that reference to like we're skating on thin ice here. Pile number 2. Let's end with a charm bowl. What will be the takeaway that this person on their mind will be feeling and thinking after getting them alone? 4 of Cups, 4 of Wands. Now, there's like an internal dialogue that comes in that they try to ignore because there's an internal dialogue that talks about creating conflict, having to create drama as well in environments, shakeups that would have to happen because of the truth of the attraction. So it's more of an internal dialogue that they sit upon. It's like a truth that they sit upon about the consequences of the admission. They try to ignore it though. They try to push it away. We have R, E, and P, and N. We have O. We do have the umbrella. I do think of protection, of course, from negative forces. We have the turtle on his back, which I think of responsibility, and timing being a feature. So not being able to exactly do what I want to do based on my admissions in the conversations, for instance. We have the world, unfinished business, and we have but. So it's like there's a caveat to the admission. If we're clarifying how we feel, there are consequences or there are obstacles that we have to move out of the way. They also may be expressing how unique they think you are, how special you are to them as well. Pile number 2, that's what I have for you today. I hope it resonates. Drop your comment below for your chance to win a reading with me. You can also check out my link for Etsy for a personal reading, and I update that shop daily. But I hope you come back here and visit me at the Tarot Cottage. I hope you have a beautiful day. Hello, pile number 3. You were drawn to the Knight of Swords, and this is your reading. What can you expect the next time the two of you are alone together? What can you expect from this person and overall? Now, the Knight of Swords, you can see it looks like Fonzarelli, like Fonzie. There is something here about kind of like a player energy, and maybe that's just kind of the way that they present themselves. Sometimes the Knight of Swords is very quick to keep talking and kind of fill the space with sound so that they don't feel awkward or they don't feel anxious. It's almost a defense quality here as well. And sometimes for me, the Knight of Swords can be like a really charismatic or a really good speaker or somebody who's really funny. So let's take a look and see what you can expect the next time the two of you are alone. The person on pile 3's mind, what can they expect in their behaviors and their actions the next time that they are alone together? We have the Strength card coming out here. This is the Alice in Wonderland Tarot. We have the Page of Pentacles. We have the Ten of Swords. We have the Knight of Cups. We have the Ace of Wands. Back of the deck, we do have the Eight of Wands. And we have the Death energy. And Alice is blowing out that light, so we'll keep that in mind as we move forward. Let's clarify this message, please. We have the Devil. We have the Queen of Wands. I just heard that song. I don't remember who sings it, but the lyrics say, I am tired of waiting. I'm tired of waiting. I keep hearing that for the Queen of Wands. It could be you could be a Leo. A lot of Capricorn energy here as well. Temperance. The Two of Pentacles. Oh, you know what really it feels like here? This person feels, it's almost like they put the pressure on themselves because it's like they're anticipating this moment. They want this moment to happen. They want to get you alone. It's like they put on this mask of coolness, or they put on this mask of being unaffected, and that affects them more and the situation more than anything else, because it feels as though they're preparing for this moment, but they're not actually preparing for what they're going to have to do in the moment, because here with the Ten of Swords in the center of the reading, their expectations don't get matched. So whatever it is that they're expecting, or the ideal conditions that they're trying to set up for themselves in order to project themselves like the Knight of Cups, it doesn't work out that way. It's like we all sort of imagine this is what the scenario is going to be like. I'm going to say something, I'm going to tell a joke, and she's going to laugh profusely, and this is how it's going to go. Well, however it is that they come forward, it's like they're guarding themselves. They're trying to look cool. And I feel like because they try to act unaffected by your presence in the moment, they miss out on the chance, or they miss out on the moment. It's like they keep saying, like, eventually I'm going to open up, or eventually I'm going to say something that has heart, or eventually I'm going to acknowledge them in a real way, but that eventual runs out. And then this inspiration ends up just kind of haunting them moving forward. I feel like they are, because they feel pressured in the moment to do something, it's like they don't do what they should be doing. And the actions that they take, it's like you don't take them seriously. I feel like they act calm and collected. And it almost, maybe you will sort of absorb it, or you might look at the situation and think, well, they're trying to show off for other people, or they're trying to show off for a bunch of people. Because it's like you look at them like they're not focused on you in the moment. because I don't think that your expectations are met with how they treat you in this opportunity to be alone with you, and they disappoint their own expectations. And the truth is that I feel like this person's kind of an emotional person, and they are hard on themselves, or they're hard on themselves after the fact, or hard on the situation after the fact, because it doesn't go to plan. They think that they're projecting themselves in that moment like a knight in shining armor, and like somebody who is appealing, but the way that they behave, you don't find it appealing, because you feel like they're just, again, they're protective of their energy, or they're showing off, or they're trying to act cool, when the truth is that's how they look when they're feeling vulnerable, or that's how they act when they're feeling really vulnerable. I feel like you don't know how to take them after that. Like, you don't know how to feel, or you don't know how they feel about you. Like, there is some confusion that comes in. Because it's like, again, we all have expectations. Even you have expectations about what they would finally say if they got you alone, and they disappoint your expectations too. But Spirit says you're not alone in that. Again, they've disappointed themselves as well. And they say that this person is kind of ill-equipped. Like, there's some emotional immaturity. They're kind of ill-equipped. They have a lot of insecurities, and they project that out in their behaviors. They could even like stick their foot in their mouth. They could tell a joke or something, or say something that you find really unappealing, or you're just like, that leaves a bad taste in my mouth. I don't like that. It's like they try to hit a target, but they miss completely. And then it's like when they say something that you don't appreciate, or that they know they've stuck their foot in their mouth, they don't know how to correct from there. It's like they overcorrect, or they don't know how to get it back, and they just end up feeling really vulnerable. Here's the High Priestess. It doesn't go to plan, is what Spirit keeps saying. It doesn't go to plan. And I do feel like they walk away feeling kind of isolated, kind of feeling a little bit lonely, or feeling frustrated with themselves. Here's the Moon. But it sort of presents them with a challenge to rise to this occasion, to kind of release that. And it's like they have an opportunity even beyond that moment to readjust, to forge a new plan, to approach you differently. I feel like this experience of getting, I feel like there's a feeling from you. It's like you get inspired of like wondering, should I move forward? Should I just forget about this attraction? Like, there is a moment where you're asking yourself, what was that? Like, why did they just act like that? Here's the Hierophant and the Strength. Back of the deck is the Two of Wands. Now, Spirit is saying that, you know, this person does have a big heart. Like, all underneath the bravado, underneath all of the masks that they wear, they do have a big heart as well. And they have the ability to direct themselves however they please in this opportunity. Spirit's just giving us projection on what they feel like is the current momentum, or their current capabilities emotionally. Hierophant energy coming out can indicate that there could be a workplace connection, but it doesn't have to, of course. And there's the Emperor. So I do feel like the Divine Masculine really gives into their own insecurity in that moment. It's like they don't have enough strength to really communicate to you clearly. And they kind of do it wrong. They kind of fumble the opportunity. They kind of fumble the ball. You may start to feel, and it's because they feel like they're under a bunch of pressure. You may start to question attraction, or you may be frustrated by their actions in the next time that they see you alone. But let's try to get some message cards to see what sort of thoughts and feelings will be going through their mind the next time they get you alone, please, for tile number 1, or tile number 3, sorry. It says here, I can't even look at you right now. It says my strength and my ego. It's like, do I have enough strength? We start with the Strength card, so much insecurity piled up underneath it. This is like the Five of Swords, where it's like internalized conflict. It's like, if this is going to blow up in my face, then I got to try to come up on top. So it's somebody who's like even gaslighting themselves. It says, happiness is my priority. I also just saw I lie awake thinking about you. Then we have I'm open to compromise, and we have yeah, nah on the back of deck. This is like the Two of Pentacles with I'm open to compromise, and sort of like, am I vulnerable, or do I act kind of protective of my energy? And then they lean into a lack of strength caused by the ego, of course. Yeah, but then I think so, yeah. So they're on this fence about what do I do. It's like acting unbothered. It's like, do I know you from somewhere? Acting like they're completely unbothered by the attraction when it couldn't be further from the truth. They're giving into their own pressures. Then we have maybe. Spirit is wanting you to understand like the internal war that this person suffers from, so that's a way to be able to offer compassion and grace when you're watching it in, you know, live in person. So the truth is, I want you, and I dream about this probably a little bit too much. That is the Eight of Wands with I want you. But it's like, I don't know what to do with that. It's like, how do I organize it? I just wish things were different. They do wish in the moment that they could have acted differently, or they could take it back, or they could redo. I think they're frustrated with themselves more than anything. It says, you hurt me, but that's okay, I guess. Love is the answer. Then we have I'm sorry. And the truth is, again, you didn't do anything to hurt this person. That's part of the gaslighting energy where they kind of convince themselves of that. We have I'm sorry because they are the ones that they feel like fumbled the ball, but they do get their own ego bruised. But it's like they bruise it themselves. Their ego gets bruised because it's like you can't. It's like the way that they shift themselves to try to act cool or confident. You don't pick up on that, and they get their ego bruised because you don't pick up on that confidence, or you don't react the way that they hope that you would react. But truthfully, it's again, there's a certain amount of truthfulness in the sovereignty of them trying to take the blame for themselves, so to speak. Because I do feel like they are the ones that fumble the opportunity. It may not be the only opportunity, of course, but they perhaps fumble the next time that they get you alone. We have here, shine bright like a candle. You will make it through this. They're talking about creative accountability for this person. And that's the thing about you. You're the inspiration. So all you have to do is sit there and observe. Observe everything observe everything coming to light for you. It says, who in the world are you? Getting to know the new you. And it's 19 of the sun. Now you can see that in the background, it looks like a turkey dancing on top here. And every time I see the turkey, I think of somebody behaving stupidly. So this person might not behave in the way that they wish that they could have presented themselves as well. But it will bring to light, they're trying to bring to light, again, the emotional nuances beneath, but they're also trying to bring to light what you might experience, so you can use everything in your arsenal to make positive changes for yourself or make decisions about this connection on where you feel like it will lead you. Because now we have lead the way. Be a leader, show others how it's done, because you can help others in this moment. Back of the deck, investigate. Look closely, ask questions, and think before acting here. You'll notice there's something burning in the background. This card came out for pile 2 as well, because it did advise for us to trust in our discernment, to see, use our intuition to make really important judgment calls about the future of this opportunity. Let's get a charm bowl for pile number 3. What will be their emotional takeaway from this experience of getting pile number 3 alone? Oh, they're feeling stuck, maybe stuck in a friend zone, not feeling like, you don't walk away feeling supported by each other, I don't think, in this moment. There's like a lot of like unfinished cycles, or feeling like I missed the opportunity, and just feeling kind of stuck where we were at square one. And this is coming from their perspective of their emotional takeaway. We have here the ladder of success with the Hierophant steps. We have X and C. We also have the Hierophant, I think of with this perfume bottle, number 5. They're talking about somebody taking an original approach, or maybe even the Divine Feminine taking an original approach here. We have the Holy Family in the bowl. We also have Strength Ruin, so powerfully overcoming forces against us, because there could be forces working against them, their own emotions, their own ego. We have the Rib Cage. I always think of Morticia Adams with that charm, because she said the heart is a wild animal, that's why we keep it behind a cage. And that could be why this person, it's like they try to overcorrect so like in such a big way. It's like they don't present the true version of themselves in that moment. They really aren't projecting their true personality. We have the little rocking horse as well that has fallen over. I think of the Chariot. I think of choices we made in the past for children or when we were children. All right, pile number 3, that's what I have for you today. I hope it resonates with you. Drop your comment below for your chance to win a free reading with me. Be sure to hit your notification bell. You can also check out my link for Etsy for a personalized reading, and I do update that shop daily. But I hope you come back here and visit me at the Tarot Cottage. I hope you have a beautiful day.